my God! Something just happened that will shake up the entire Raider Nation. The Raiders have signed a signing no one expected, and it could completely change the face of the season. I've got exclusive information, not yet published anywhere, and I'm going to reveal every detail now. But first of all, if you truly love the Raiders, like and subscribe, because what's coming is going to be hot. The Raiders' defense struggled last year. The team struggled to stop the pass, finishing only 25th against opposing quarterbacks, which put them in a vulnerable position last season. For the defense to improve and the team to have a real chance of success in 2025, the solution could lie in a strategic trade involving a promising cornerback, Greg Newsome II, from the Cleveland Browns. The Raiders' proposal is simple but bold. Send a 2027 7th-round pick to the Browns in exchange for Newsome's talent. For many, this may be a risky move, but one with a high chance of success. Bleacher Report journalist Alex Kay believes adding Newsome would be a smart move for Las Vegas. The cornerback, despite having endured an up-and-down 2024 season, is still only 25 years old and has the potential to become a crucial piece in the Raiders' secondary. At the peak of his talent, Newsome had a solid season in 2023-24, with 49 tackles and 2 interceptions, numbers that make him an interesting option to strengthen any team's defense. He is versatile, able to play both outside cornerback and nickel, which further increases his value in a defensive system seeking interesting positions. For the Raiders, who desperately need reinforcements in the secondary, Newsome could be the key to improving their pass defense, one of their biggest weaknesses at the moment. At just 25 years old and already with a significant amount of NFL experience, Newsome has the profile of a player who can adapt quickly to the Raiders system and, more importantly, bring stability to a critical position. His arrival would be a strategic addition, taking advantage of Las Vegas's available salary cap space for 2025 and 2026, allowing time not only to acquire a quality cornerback but also to plan for his long-term continuity. This transfer could be a way for the Raiders to not only solve a problem immediately but also prepare for the future. However, the question remains: will Newsome be able to return to the high level of performance he enjoyed in 2023-24? His production declined significantly the following season, raising questions about his consistency. This trade, therefore, is not without risk. If Newsome doesn't return to his peak performance, the Raiders could end up investing in a player who doesn't live up to expectations, further damaging the defense. Trading a 7th-round pick for Newsome may seem risky, but it's a necessary move if the Raiders want to quickly improve their defense and become a threat in the AFC. The second round needs someone with the ability to match up with elite receivers and create big plays, and Newsome has the potential to do just that. With the 2025 season approaching and the Raiders needing all the right pieces to boost their Super Bowl chances, trading Greg Newsome II could be the move that defines the evolution of the Las Vegas defense. If he can return to his best form, this trade will be seen as one of the franchise's smartest decisions in recent years. However, if it doesn't work out, the Raiders will face yet another defensive challenge to overcome, but it's certainly not a gamble time can afford to ignore. With Newsome's arrival, the secondary is strengthening, but the preseason still holds crucial questions for determining the final roster. As the Raiders prepare to close out the preseason against the Arizona Cardinals, several questions arise regarding their time in Las Vegas. With the clock ticking and the pressure mounting, roster decisions are beginning to intensify. The Raiders' immediate future is at stake, and the answers to these questions could determine the team's course for the 2025 season. The first major question mark is on the shoulders of Aiden O'Connell, the quarterback who, despite some struggles during the preseason, continues to be seen as a potential alternative to Geno Smith if needed. But will O'Connell have the mobility and skills to control Chip Kelly's offensive system? With Kelly's offense demanding speed and quick decision-making, O'Connell needs to demonstrate his ability to adapt to this dynamic style of play. The adjustment window is short, and the game against the Cardinals will be one of O'Connell's last opportunities to prove his worth and ensure he can lead the offense if Smith fails to live up to expectations. Another crucial point is the composition of the wide receiver lineup. With so many options on the roster, it's difficult to predict who will be the right name to step up as a starter. Shedrick Jackson has been a prospect many fans have been eyeing. Can he use the game against the Cardinals to shine and secure a spot on the first team? Tommy Mellett's situation, meanwhile, is increasingly uncertain. The young talent has shown flashes of potential, but will he be able to earn a spot on the main roster, or will he have to settle for the practice squad? The answers to these questions are certain, as how the Raiders manage this offensive line will directly impact their performance throughout the season. But it's not just on offense that the Raiders have issues to address. The defensive line is a major concern. With the departure of Christian Wilkins, the team lost a key piece of its defense, and now it needs new players to fill that void. Players like Tonka Hemingway, J.J. Pegas, Ja Joyner, and Thomas Booker have the opportunity to shine and showcase their strengths against the Cardinals. The depth of this defensive line will be tested, and a strong performance against the Cardinals could be the key to defining the Raiders' season. The The defense needs players who can not only stop the running game, but also consistently pressure the opposing quarterback. Finally, an intriguing question arises. Should the Raiders trade Trey Hendrickson? With 11 draft picks made this offseason, Las Vegas has a good number of players to strengthen the defense, and the coaching staff is increasingly convinced that these picks have high potential. But considering the current state of the defense, Hendrickson, with his experience and 11 sacks last season, could be the piece the Raiders need to take their defense to the next level. Trading Hendrickson could be the strategic move needed to solidify Las Vegas's defense, providing a reliable option to pressure opposing quarterbacks. The game against the Cardinals is not just another preseason game. This is a golden opportunity for the Raiders to resolve these outstanding issues and define the team's future. The choices made now could determine the success or failure of a season that promises to be full of challenges and expectations. Every play, every decision will be crucial for the Raiders to start the season with confidence and solidity. What the Raiders choose to do now could be the difference in securing a top spot in the AFC. While the Raiders respond on the field, there is one fundamental element that can transform all these pieces into a cohesive defense. In a high-level game, where every play counts and every second matters, effective on-field communication can be what separates champions from those who fall by the wayside. For the Raiders, a team seeking recovery and making a statement for the 2025-26 season, communication within the defense is being seen as one of the most crucial components to a successful season. In the current context, it's clear that without sharp communication, time will be doomed to repeat past mistakes. Veteran linebacker Elandon Roberts knows this well. With his experience and leadership, Roberts has been a key voice in the Raiders' defense. He admitted that despite the progress made, there is still room for improvement. "We missed a call here. We made a mistake once or twice. We had a big touchdown play against Seattle," Roberts revealed, noting that there are still flaws that need to be addressed. However, he also emphasized an important point. Defensive communication is constantly evolving. Over time, this communication will become not just a feature of the game, but a true lifeblood of the Raiders' success, especially in crucial moments of the season. The additions made during the offseason, including Roberts himself, have brought important pieces to the Raiders' defense. However, more than individual skills, the real challenge lies in the ability to communicate effectively on the field. A defense that can adjust quickly, correct mistakes, and react in real time to opponents' offensive plays has a huge advantage. For the Raiders, this communication will be the cornerstone of how their defense is built. Every shout, every exchange of glances, and above all, the trust between players is what will allow them to function as a cohesive and effective unit, capable of closing down space and stopping attacks. However, the truth is that the Raiders have no more time to waste. The pressure is on. The preseason was full of questions and adjustments, and the team knows it needs to find an effective formula quickly. Defensive chemistry must be improved so that time doesn't pay the price for miscommunication during the regular season. The constant search for ways to improve and correct past mistakes must be a primary focus, since, in such a tight league, any slip-up could mean the end of playoff dreams. What makes this scenario even more important is the psychological factor. When a team communicates well, it can adapt quickly and maintain high morale, even in the face of difficulties. Injuries, roster changes, and the intensity of NFL games make players trust each other and their ability to respond to any situation immediately. This level of trust only comes with impeccable communication. Therefore, communication becomes the factor that can determine the Raiders' future. They need a defense that, in any situation, knows exactly what to do, where to be, and how to react. If the Raiders' defense can build solid communication with confidence and precision, the team will be more than ready to face the challenges of the 2025-26 season. The preseason has been a testing ground, a period of adjustment that can be crucial for shaping the defense's mentality and strategy. If the Raiders can hone this aspect of their defense, the season could become a journey of overcoming challenges, where time will show that unity, trust, and, above all, communication are the keys to success. How could the potential trade of Greg Newsome II impact the Raiders' defense as the team still faces offensive decisions and crucial challenges such as communication and player selection ahead of its 2025-26 season debut? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.